I'm Celeste, and this is your divine guidance for the month of May. All right, let's begin. I invite everyone watching this video to take a deep breath along with me and to imagine yourselves surrounded by a column of light, white light. And I'm asking right now for my higher self to be connected to your higher self so that I can divine the highest guidance for you this month. For everyone who watches this video, there is energy here for you of upliftment and guidance. Okay, I'm going to draw 5 cards for the month of May. Okay, the first card that we get for May, King of Cups. All right, so this is definitely a people card, okay? And for me, this is definitely having to do with helpers. I feel like there are male helpers in a lot of your lives. They're speaking kindly and softly and gently and giving you hints of guidance. Nothing brazen, and they're not bulldozing you with what to do. But I do feel like there are a lot of intuitive insights that these people have for you at the beginning of the month. And astrologically, they would represent like a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio man. But I like to go beyond astrology, and I would like to say that this is anyone with whom you are consulting. It can be someone on Fiverr that you are trying to get, them to do something for you, design something for you, right? Like something creative, something where they need to use their intuition. They need to communicate and to receive communication and understanding, and they need to be receptive. I'm getting have patience with this person. I feel for a lot of you, this is a romantic partner, or it is a potential romantic partner, but this is someone who needs to feel their way around a situation before they act. That is their approach style, is to feel first, and then they think about it, and then they do. So have some patience with this person at the beginning of the month. I am also getting to understand that you might be in the position of being a counselor this month, the beginning of the month, and that someone is going to see you as being a leader and wise and someone who is full of care and assistance, and that you have a full cup and you have a lot to give. And if someone is seeing you this way, but you don't see yourself this way, maybe it's time for you to adjust that perspective and actually say, well, if I keep getting approached and if people keep asking me for help, maybe I can help. Maybe I do have the ability to respond. And I do believe that this is going to be by listening and communicating and making sure that someone feels understood. Okay, let's move forward for the month of May. Ooh, we have the 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords is generally a card of healing and rest, needing to just mentally stop efforting and receive. For me this month, this card is going to be a lot of introspection and listening, not necessarily listening to other people as much as waiting for the right, guidance and even if it takes a few days. Definitely watch your health this month. Don't overdo it. I feel like it's going to be a month of, I do get an image of like a bear coming out of a cave, like just, coming out of hibernation. And just because the bear comes out of hibernation doesn't mean that he's awake, completely. He needs to yawn and stretch and, contemplate his navel. I do feel like you might have some mornings where it's difficult to get going and to assume all of your chores, responsibilities, and get to those to-dos. That's okay. Take some breaks. Take some time for yourself, especially the people that are going to be attracted to me, my channel, and my messages. You're most likely in the healing professions, and you are light workers, although that term kind of annoys me. Light workers, I'll just say it, in your own right. It is definitely a good time for you to rest your mind. I don't feel so much of a body energy here as I do like a mental one, where, it's okay to have the stupids a little bit. It's okay not to mentally track everything. Think about how much we have to think about. Think about that for a minute. All the passwords we have to remember, all the things on our list, all the rules and laws that, govern our society that we have to pay attention to. And I do think that, coupled with the media bombardment, it does mean that sometimes we're just going to get mentally exhausted. And it'll be a good time to just sort of say, you know what? I'm just going to like dim the lights, turn off the TV and my computer and my cell phone, and stay in bed or stay at home, and just don't take any direction from anything outside of yourself. Don't take any cues from anyone other than, your own inner guidance and your body. I also am getting drink a lot of water, and for someone out there, I'm getting ginger. And I do feel like it has to do with the tummy. So there are some people that are maybe dealing with some tummy issues. Ginger. All right. Okay, let's move on. Oh, this is always good. We have the sun. Okay, so this feels nice. And after this period of rest and mental contemplation and finding ease of stress, you will feel more confident, and you will feel like it's time to play, kick up your heels, and enjoy life. There, I see flowers, and I'm also seeing some of you are going to be doing some things around the house. I feel like right outside of the house to beautify your patio or your yard, or if you don't have a yard, just some little potted plants. Take care that the entryway to your home is inviting, inviting to you. Does the entryway of your home invite other people? I understand privacy, and I understand, wanting to be safe. And I understand if you have a certain kind of theme you don't want to veer from, but this is May, right? So let's think flowers, the energy and the spirit of flowers. It really is, flowers are a gift. They are a gift from God. I sincerely believe that. And so is fun. So is humor. So is the sun. Don't be afraid of the sun. Get you some sun. All right. Get some vitamin D. Ease up on the sunscreen. And no, I am not a doctor, but I sincerely believe that between the hours of like 10 and 1, the sun is really, really good for us. And a lot of people are ending up with vitamin D deficiencies because they're so afraid of the sun. It's just, I do feel like get some sun. Also, the color yellow just keeps popping out from each card as I pull them out. And for me, I do feel like as I tune into what that means, I'm getting this expansion in my solar plexus and heart. It does feel like issues around money and worth and self-worth. So this is going to be one of those months where, you might see people on Facebook enjoying like awesome vacations, or you might realize that you need a new wardrobe, or you might realize that you want to go and experience this, that, or the other thing, or take these classes. This is definitely a month where people are going to be realizing that they have things to do to advance themselves career-wise, and also just new hobbies are going to, like, I want to say the desire to activate, to activate these new hobbies and to do things. It's going to be strong this month. But for a lot of people out there, the restriction is going to be financial. But it's actually not financial, it's mental. So this yellow energy, it's turning into gold, okay? Believe that you deserve it. Believe that you are worthy. And if you find yourself thinking, do I have enough? Do I have enough? Do I have enough? Just stop that. Just stop it for now. And instead take 5 minutes. Just imagine yourself in a shower of just golden light and golden energy. And it absolutely works. It activates your solar plexus and connects you with the great central sun and to your divine birthright of wealth and well-being. And another thing that I'm getting, and this is towards the middle of the month, is the energy of enjoyment by virtue of the senses. So there's a lot of ways to enjoy life, but I am getting energy around the sensual aspect of things, which makes sense because we're in Taurus. So, do things that give you a strong connection and appreciation to the earth and what the earth has to offer. Even if you can enjoy it directly, start watching nature shows and travel shows if you're thinking about taking a trip, and appreciate what other people have experienced and start imagining and visualizing, because it will actually allow you to move forward and get closer in vibration to those experiences yourself if you're connecting with your senses. Okay, let's see what else we have for the month of May. Okay, so now we have the 9 of Wands. Not my favorite card, not the most evolved card, but let's see what it is offering us today. Okay, so it feels to me like chatter. It feels like other people's opinions and lines they have drawn in the sand and things that they want. It feels like the energy of desires, like a lot of energy of like what I want and what I don't want. And I do feel like for a lot of you out there, this is going to feel like people and circumstances and situations that you feel like you want to just avoid or put a bit of a wall up and just draw a little bit of a line in the sand yourself. I do feel like this could be a little bit of a victim energy. So the feeling is that if you have a day where everyone's coming to you with their problems and they don't really want to understand how to move through their problems, they just want to bitch about it. And your reaction is to just, press ignore on your phone or almost get just as angry as they are, or either commiserate with them or to decide that you don't want to speak to this person, or that you just never, it's not a productive relationship at all and you just need to stay away. Try to avoid those extreme reactions. Because there are going to be some aggressive energies this month, aggressive people, and people that probably, there's a lot of enjoyment energy in the atmosphere for May, but there's just plain energy. And sometimes when there's just plain energy, it will magnify the things in people's lives that are not working. And when that happens, they sort of want to offload some of that negativity, or they want to beat the drum of what they don't have and what's not right, not good. Just make sure you don't do that yourself, that you don't give into it, and don't be a sounding board for other people. Although that is probably something that a lot of people hate hearing, that you're not going to be their sounding board. Say it in a way that's encouraging. Say, I really believe that you're going to get through this, and I know that you have what it takes, or Give them a resource, and if they don't take that resource, if they really clearly just want to bitch, then just politely excuse yourself from that situation. But don't leave the situation thinking like, people just won't leave me alone, and why can't people just stop beating the drum of what they just try not to react. Try not to go into reaction of other people's reactionary isms, which is not a word. Okay. And lastly, for the month of May, we have the Six of Cups. I am feeling that this is directly connecting to Mercury retrograde and the effects of Mercury retrograde, and some people from our past that have maybe come back to, say hello. I do feel like a little bit of this card, middle of the month, it's going to be people from our past that are popping back in to say hi. And they're completely confident in their, ability to reconnect again, and they have good intentions, and there really isn't too much drama. But this card, towards the end of the month of May, feels a little bit more like connecting to childhood memories and past. This is not recent past. This is like when I was 3, when I was 4, 5, and 6. I remember this, I remember that. And understanding that these early childhood years make up a lot of who you believe you are today. And they also offer some hints as to who you have yet to become. I do feel like, we're going to be going direct. Mars is going to be going direct. And I just feel, so is Jupiter, by the way, people are going to be ready to expand into the fullness of who they are and newness and aspects of themselves that they have forgotten about or are just getting to know. I want everyone this month to remember that no one is putting a cap on who you can become. I definitely have reached places in my life where I felt like, okay, I guess this is all I get. I guess, I'm this tall. I can sing these notes. I'm this good at my job, and I have, my cooking skills are about here. I don't really have time to go back to school, so that's not I guess this is all I have to work with. And you also look at your genetics, and you look at, where you grew up, and I've definitely done my transformational and transmuting and clearing work and tried to pull in new energies and new resources. But this energy is telling me that there's a lot more that you have that you simply don't remember being gifted with. And when you're a child, when you're a very young child, you definitely know the gifts that you have. As an adult, especially if we don't feel like we can use those gifts or they're not very well received, we just stop thinking that we're really gifted. This feels like gifts from our past, our childhood, coming back to us. And so, yeah, I think that's a lovely way to end the month of May. It definitely feels light and childlike. I definitely get that there's going to be opportunities to play this month, but don't get into the thought pattern of, no, it's only time to work. I have too much to do. I can't play. Or, you know what, screw work. It's time to be free. I've done enough. I mean, how much can one person do? I just really try not to get into those aggressive extremes and just take each day as it comes, because I do feel there are going to be some dips and valleys here energetically. But in the collective, for you all, for my listeners, I'm getting this is going to be a really lovely, lovely month with a lot of joy and a lot of prosperity energy, a lot of ease and reflection that is very active and beneficial. All right, so that is it for this forecast for the month of May. If you would like a reading that is a lot more focused on you personally, you can go to my website, celestialmedicine.com, and you can purchase a private reading or healing from me. I do healing work. And I also have a blog, and I have an energy forecast out for the month of May. That energy forecast is a lot more detailed and focused on the astrological energies for the month of May. This was divine guidance with, for how to deal with those astrological influences. So if you are more interested in that, then you can check out my blog on celestialmedicine.com. All right, that's it. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.